Hey, it's Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and it is Monday. It's December 9th. This will be our chart lesson for the day. And before I get started today, I wanted to let everybody know that there's a gentleman that's written us a program um, for NinjaTrader. For those of you who use NinjaTrader, I believe it only works for NinjaTrader 8, which personally I'm not going to switch to 8 till I have to. So I have not tried it. But basically, it's a one-click program to set your trades up rather than having to right click and do the right click and then pick your buy or sell stop or whatever. It's just one click, and I think it puts your orders in. And so I'm going to be uploading that to the site. He's looking for some beta testers. It's not free. It's you do have to pay. It's not something that you're going to get for free. Um, he's a programmer. That's how he makes his living. He's written this program and he's offered it to us and a chance to beta test it for a pretty reasonable price. I haven't looked at all the details that closely, and like I said, I haven't been able to use it because I don't use NT8. But I will upload it to the site, and for anybody that's interested in it, it'll be there. Hopefully, I can get it done by tomorrow. It may take me a day or two. I've just been extremely swamped. I got some other personal business issues I'm working on, some real estate deals that I'm trying to get settled by the end of the year. So I've been extremely busy with that on top of trying to trade and read emails and all the other stuff I do every day as well. But most of you that know me know that I'm an investor first, not just a day trader, but I'm an investor. And if you start making money trading, you'll have to have a tax shelter, and basically what I use is real estate. So just a little bit. I don't want to go into a lot of details about all that because that's not part of what we're doing here, but just to throw that out there. If you do start making money as a trader, you'll need a tax shelter. And what I've chosen to do is real estate. And I'm in a good spot, a growing spot. And um, so I've been working on a real estate deal that I'm trying to close by the end of the year. And so that's been taking up a little bit of my time as well. So I've been a little slower. When I get through trading in the day, I've been running away for a few hours here and there. But I'm about to wrap that up. And um, I'm going to probably take the last couple of weeks of the year off as well. So I'll get that put up in the next few days for you. Anybody that's interested in can try it out. And if you do try it, be sure to comment, tell us what you think about it, pass it along so we can let others know if it's something that you think is valuable or might be valuable to them. But basically, it just allows you to get your trades in a little quicker than having to. I mean, to me, it's not that big a deal. I mean, you click here, and there's your order. It's in that quick. Um, so I guess it didn't let me put my order in because, no, there it is. Took it a minute to come up for whatever reason. But anyway, um, I mean, it's that quick to me. You just right click and then boom. But if you want to get in there a little quicker, uh, his program is going to allow you to do that. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, let's get to the trading. Really, we started off in this range. We spent most of the day within this range. However, we spent the majority of the day in this downtrend as well. So it's hard to call this a range day, but you can see that we were inside. Here's your overnight lows, your overnight highs, and we didn't get outside of that really in a consistent way until after 2 o'clock. We broke through here, but we bounced right back like you would expect. Like you would expect prices. Generally on these range days, when prices break through the lows or the highs, they generally fail even if they're going lower. And today's a good example. They failed to begin with before they went lower, and that's generally to be expected. A lot of times they don't fail, they just break. I mean, they don't continue lower, they break out and fail and they go back into the range. Today we continued lower, but prices still failed first and got back in the range before they went lower. So you could really call this a downtrend day. We spent from maybe 9:20, 9:15, all we traded down the rest of the day. However, we spent most of the trading day inside those overnight highs and lows, and it was after 2 before you really could call this a downtrend. So hope that makes sense. But anyway, I'm going to back out. We'll talk about the trades, and we'll wrap it up. Obviously, when I came in, 7 o'clock is right down through here somewhere on this little second leg down. the second entry here. It's not a very good second entry, but it's still a second entry. And so you really couldn't go short in here. So you're really just trying to wait for a long to set up. And finally you get a little higher low with a decent signal bar. You didn't get any good signal bars across here until you got this higher low. You still got room to get out. That's the place to go long. You probably had to use a limit order and see if it'd come back for you here. It's doubtful you probably could have got your buy stop in there in time because it gapped over and kept going, but it did come back. And there's a chance you could get filled. And if you did, this was a good trade. It might have been the only one you needed today because you would have definitely got a runner. Although I don't know if I would hold her. Generally, when it's in a tight range like this, I don't always hold a runner. If you get that failed breakout like here, this is where I would definitely try to hold a runner just in case you get this big downtrend. Then the same thing here, just in case you get this big move up. But it moves up, and then you just got in this tight, and you don't really get a chance. I mean, notice if you try to get long on any of these, you're right into the resistance. If you try to get short, you're really right into the support. So there's no good option to get long or short until you get a failed breakout, and then you get a double top or lower high right here, and now you got room to get out. And you see what it did. It bounced again right at those lows. Then it turned down again right at those highs. So again, you don't have room to get in there, and you just don't have room to get in these trades. This one is a possibility. Notice that you actually broke lower and turned and went back out the up the side. It looked like it may be a trap, but again, you don't have room to get long there, so there's no way you want to take that long. So when it broke lower again there, you might consider that trade because it was a little bit of a long trap as well, and it might have fooled some people to the long side that don't realize you can't get long. You'd be surprised how many traders do not know, that never even think about, you never go long into all that resistance. I mean, it's proven over and over again it can't get through there. And if it does, it fails pretty quickly. So, and you'd be surprised how many trading systems teach you to go long on a breakout out here. They teach you to get long right here. And that's the worst thing you can do because you're instantly on the wrong side of the market and it goes against you. And if you keep holding on, hoping it's coming back, the next thing you know, you're down here and you give up and you have to get out and you've lost that whole day. And that's what and then again here, they'll try to get short right here and they get whipsawed and exit thinking, oh no, I messed up again. And they exit only to watch it go where they thought it would, where they were hoping it would go the first time. So you can't trade this stuff the way they teach you. It's just the opposite. So keep that in mind. But anyway, you had this first trade here, really good trade. Then you had the failed breakout on a double top, nice short. You didn't get any runner or anything, unfortunately, on that one. A lot of times you can, but you didn't on that one. And then you had this little trap, again, possibilities. I'm not crazy about it. There's a lower high here, away from the EMA. You're going short right into the lows. It did break higher first and then turn down. And you could have looked at that as a failed second entry long. That's another possibility that you could argue, hey, it ought to be green. If you notice here, there's already two legs down. But you could look and say, hey, this is a little correction here, a little two-legged correction. So one leg and then a second leg. And so that may trap some people. But if you just wait a second, then you get a second entry short right here where notice the new low, first entry, and then second entry. And then you get another second entry here, first entry, second entry, right off the key entry point, no less. This one's a possibility as well. It broke higher and then turned down and went out the other side. Although you got a bunch of matching lows there. It is off the key entry point and the EMA, and when they're running congruently like that, that's even better. So that's another one. It's just a first entry, but it's still another possibility. This was a pretty good downtrend. You just about could take any of these shorts and you would have made money. But then you come back and you get another downturn right here. And notice that's a double top. So first entry, second entry, and there's two measured legs down. So that's a good entry. And then you get a second entry right here. There's a little bit of congestion there, but that's because you're trying to get long again. And notice that's like a double test. You made this high, you tested it once, and then you made a little lower high, you tried to go higher. a couple of different times. So you know, that's a good trade too. You don't know that the bottom's going to drop out. You're just looking for it to test the lows. And you can see that's where the lows were, the closes earlier this morning during the overnight or whatever. And that's what you're expecting, but this thing just keeps going. And notice that's too bearish. You wait on the higher low, bearish again, but right into the EMA and the trend line. We do get a break now. We also have an overshot, so you would expect prices to try to work higher. And you finally get a little reversal pattern here. Notice that low, first entry, then you push through the EMA, pull back, second entry. It confirms that trend line. You're right back to the support, and so you may take off again. That's worth taking. It wasn't good for anything but a scalp, and that got you into the 2 o'clock hour. So a little bit of a slow day today, but there was plenty of trades down through. Like I said, you could have taken any of these and made money off of them, but of course I marked them in the way I see them based on my experience and how I would have traded them. But anyway, I'm not going to beat around the bush today. We pretty much talked about what we could here, and again, I'll try to work on getting that that one-click NinjaTrader order entry put up for you, and you can take a look at that and see if you got any interest in it. I'll just probably post it to the site with the information of what you need to do to get it. You have to actually go over to his site to get the software, but I'll put the links and I'll put some information up about it. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Hope you had a good trading day. We'll be back again to do it tomorrow. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.